Today we're back looking at r/am I the a-hole. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a Reddit page where you can put an incident happen in your life and we get to decide if you were in the right or wrong. So basically we get to be judgy. Am I the a-hole for suing my parents for my college money? My great aunt set up saving accounts for all of her female relatives. In our culture, education for women is not really valued and she thought that was BS. She lived with her father in London where she was educated. She went on to attend universities and became a doctor. She married a British man, they moved to America and had a great life. She funded the education of as many nieces and grandnieces as she could. My parents managed to access the accounts that were set up for my sister and I. They used it to pay for my brother's wedding. My sister didn't care because she got married 2 years out of high school and had no intention of going to college. When I graduated, I went to the bank to get my money for school and it was almost all gone. There was like $13,000 left. I asked my parents about it and they said they had needed the money. I finally found out where the money went. I got furious. I got student loans and moved out. I am a great source of shame to them and don't give two Fs. I'm currently suing them for the money that was left for me. My entire family is against me. They all think I'm a complete a-hole for airing private family business in public and that I am putting money ahead of family. My friends are all on my side but they're all American and don't really get my culture, neither do I, to be honest. There's a bit more to the story, but basically what's going on is that her granny, set up accounts and money and put money aside for, her grandchildren and nieces to go to like university. Basically the parents nicked that money and used it for her brother's wedding and now she wants to go to uni. There ain't any money. My brother called me up and offered to pay for my university if I dropped the lawsuit. I agreed as long as we had a legally binding contract. He said I was being an a-hole for not trusting him. I said he should not have accepted my money for his wedding. It is causing all kinds of embarrassment in our community. I'm somewhat ashamed to be doing this, but I don't want to have this debt I should not have. I mean, don't be ashamed. At the end of the day, you've done nothing wrong. Your great granny, who keep in mind is no longer here, she's deceased, put money in accounts specifically for you to go to university, and your greedy parents used that for like your brother's wedding. Absolutely not. That money was not meant for him. It was meant for you to go to uni, get an education, not for him to get married. Anyways, here's what a Redditor had to say. Not the a-hole. Your parents didn't borrow your money, they stole it. I hope you have all the documents to show that money was yours. Your brother's also an a-hole for trying to get you to drop a lawsuit with what is most likely a lie. If you have a chance to start life without student debt, you do whatever you can to do that. Your parents, and I'm sorry, but their culture sounds completely toxic. I'm glad you got out. Exactly, like I'm so sorry. Why would they do that? That basically is fraud, and keep in mind, going to university is not cheap. It's literally $100,000 and they left 13 grand. I don't know if your granny was a millionaire, but by the sounds of it, she was able to help out a lot of women. And it's just the fact that your parents used that money to fund your brother's, wedding. How about he pays for that wedding, not his parents? So yeah, just to confirm, you're not the a-hole. I'm an a-hole for not telling my girlfriend that my parents are gay. I, 25 male, have two parents. My birth dad, John, who's 48 male, and my other dad, Dwayne, who's 45 male. I call my birth dad, John, Dad, and I call my other dad, Dwayne, Pops. My birth dad, John, was married to my mum for a few years. Then she left my dad, and yeah, they ended up divorcing. Now she's somewhere in California. I don't know where or what she's doing, haven't talked to her in ages. So dad and Pops I'm super close with. They are the best parents any child could ask for. I love them both and they've always been with me. Do you want to know what the sad thing is? A lot of people out there think that gay people can't be good parents. They seem to think that gay parents, especially two males, are like pedophiles and they'll like molest children. There's always like some awful gay couple out there. There will be like 1 out of a billion gay couples who'll do awful things to children, and then people who don't like gay couples will kind of use that and be like, oh my god, look at this gay couple done. I bet all the others do that. But as you can see right here, this guy's basically saying he's got two dads and they're both amazing. My dad introduced me to Pops when I was a little boy and they had told me they were in a relationship, and I was all for it because I had saw my dad become lonely and sad when he was single. So seeing the fact that my dad loves someone and has a life partner made me super happy. Pops and dads got married and we've been living an amazing life. I'm probably more close to Pops than my own dad, ha ha ha. That actually makes me really happy because sometimes whenever parents break up and get a divorce and move on, with their lives, if a new partner comes into the picture, not everyone, gets along with them. That child might not like them, or maybe even the partner won't even like the child. But apparently this guy's even closer to his stepdad. Due to the fact that Pops is really cool and he's laid back, I love both of them equally and they love me as well, and I'm blessed to have them as my parents. For a few months I've been dating this girl Bella who's my age. I thought she's pretty cute and I liked her. So we kicked it and recently she told me my parents want to meet your parents and want to come over for dinner. I said sure, I'll tell my family. So yesterday, Friday night, Bella comes in. Pops greets her and says, come on in sweetheart, dinner is ready. She says you must be Blank's dad, so good to meet you. And she shakes his hand and sees dad come out of the kitchen. He's holding a mac and cheese tray with the mittens and is putting it on the table. Then Bella says, who's he? I said, oh, that's my dad. She said, I thought he's your dad. She's referring to Pops. I said, yeah, that's my Pops and that's my dad. She pulls me to the side and says, I didn't know your parents are gay. Oh my god, why didn't you tell me? I genuinely didn't know why that would be an issue or so, because you're dating me, not my parents and all. So it shouldn't matter, but I guess it's a concern for her. Her parents come out the door after they park the car and Bella tells her parents let's leave and they left. I told my parents I'm sorry, and I said, son, don't worry, this is nothing new, haha. And then we all sat down and enjoyed dinner and went to sleep. So am I the a-hole for not telling? I mean, no, at the end of the day, why does it matter? You know, it's your parents. Like, you're not in a relationship with them. I reckon maybe she's homophobic or her parents are homophobic. Yet again, that's quite sad, isn't it? It's the fact that her parents literally have to leave with her. I mean, was that the end of the relationship? Like, I feel like I want to know a wee bit more context about that. I want to know what happens next. You know, was she homophobic? Did her parents just not accept it? You know, I'm just confused. Like, I kind of want to know more to that. Here's what someone on Reddit had to say. Not the a-hole. Did she ever tell you her parents are straight? I mean, that's straight. That's actually a thing we should talk about. Every single person in the LGBT community has to come out. You know, it's literally impossible unless you stay closeted. That's a thing straight people don't have to do. You know, like, in a way, straight is the norm in this world. Which is so sad because it's like, obviously that guy's got 2 gay dads. You know, it doesn't really matter. His family's completely normal. I want to know why Bella was so shocked. I don't know. Maybe her parents were Christians. Maybe they're religious, conservative, didn't agree with it. But yet again, even if he's got 2 gay dads, why does that matter? You know, you're not in a relationship with them. Your parents aren't in a relationship with them. You know, it's just your boyfriend's parents. Yet again, I don't really know the rest of that story. So maybe, you know, they broke up. Maybe they were fine with that. I don't know. But yeah, I wish you and your parents all the best. I'm an a-hole for ruining a proposal. My girlfriend just bought a house and is so excited. She invited a ton of people over for a housewarming. She put so much work into everything. The house looked amazing and the food was delicious. Right after dinner, while my girlfriend was getting dessert, her brother proposed to his girlfriend. I was mad because he hijacked my girlfriend's event that she worked so hard for. Before she could answer, I told him to sit down and quit being so rude and disrespectful to his sister. He was mad, but his girlfriend looked so embarrassed. They ended up leaving. The party was very awkward after that. A lot of people left early. My girlfriend's mum was furious at me because she wanted her son to stop living in sin, and I ruined it. My girlfriend said I was sweet but didn't need to do that. Her brother texted me calling me a prick. Was I the a-hole for telling him to have some class? Okay, so let me read over that again. I feel like it all went in one ear and out the other. So basically this person's girlfriend bought a house, or having a housewarming party, and his girlfriend's brother proposed to his girlfriend at the housewarming party. Is it that serious? I mean, it's not like a wedding, but still, maybe time and place. Someone on Reddit said not the a-hole. It is just plain rude to start hijacking events for your proposal. Well, my sister bought a house, perfect situation to make sure it revolves all around my proposal. Your brother-in-law sounds like a cheapskate who thought he could get away with it. Is he normally so entitled? I mean, obviously you're not the a-hole, but then yet again, is it that serious? I mean, I don't know what way the families are. Some families are close or fine with it. Maybe what he should have done is, you know, give you a heads up and ask you, you know, would this be a good thing to do? Ask both of them, the sister and, you know, her sister's boyfriend, see how he feels. But yeah, moral of the story, if you're ever going to propose or do something like that to people, don't do it at a wedding and don't do it in a situation that doesn't revolve around you. Don't go to somebody's event when it's something about them and make it about yourself because it makes you look like a bit of an idiot. Okay, so this is now going to be our 4th and final one. Am I the a-hole for demolishing my daughter's room after she moved out? My 18-year-old daughter Meg is in college. She moved in with her boyfriend a few months ago, which left her old bedroom empty. Her bedroom used to be right next to our tiny living room. To make our tiny living room into a normal sized living room, we knocked out my daughter's room's wall, refloored the space and fixed the walls. Now it looks like the bedroom is never there and we have a spacious living room. I mean, I can understand why you done that because, you know, she's at college, but you do realise she's only at college for a certain amount of time and she does come back for Christmas, holidays, summer. You know, where's she gonna sleep? Out in the back garden? When my daughter came home to visit and saw her room is gone, she made a huge deal about it. She got all emotional and said if we never wanted to let her move back, we should have just said so instead of completely demolishing her room. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with the daughter. Imagine literally coming home and not being told your room's been destroyed and then your room isn't there. I don't know how long she's been in that house for. It could have been her childhood room. Imagine having that literally torn down. I told her that if anything happens and she needs to move back, we will welcome her and she could sleep on the couch as long as she wants. But she accused us of wanting to get rid of her forever and for her never to visit us since we got rid of her room so fast. Only a few months after she moved out and we should have waited longer. Am I the a-hole for not waiting longer with the renovation? Yeah, I would probably say you are. At the end of the day, you basically ripped her room down. You know, she has to sleep somewhere. She's basically the only person in that house who's like no longer got a room. Like, could you imagine that? I could not imagine me literally going off somewhere, coming back, and then my room isn't there anymore. That's a piece of her you ripped away. Oh my god, this redditor had a right sassy response. You're the a-hole. Is it that hard to talk with your own kid before doing something drastic? Not even a warning? That's cold. Edit, this sub isn't do I legally have the right. Obviously he, she has a legal right as the owner. It's am I the a-hole? Yes, original poster is an a-hole. Yeah, exactly, that's what I was thinking. You know, they can legally do it because you know they're the owner, like they're the parent, they can do whatever they want. But still, talk to the daughter, maybe go through it because she does have to come back. You know, she can't really sleep in the sofa, she's gonna be there all summer. I'm just so thankful that my parents aren't like that because I'm telling you right now, if I came home one day and my room was missing, I'd literally throw a tantrum. Well, anyways, guys, that's some posts of r/am I the a-hole. If you want to see me do a part 2, let me know, definitely will. Press the big red subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.